One day, you're going to thank me. Those were her exact words. Her voice was steeped in confidence and conviction. She was making direct eye contact with me, and it felt like she could look through my soul, as if she could prophetically predict my future. It was 2002. I was about 16 years old, and I was being a rebellious teenager. My friends and I decided to throw a spontaneous house party without our parents' permission. I truly believe we felt we were invincible. You see, my friend's mother was upstairs sleeping, but we weren't worried about her because she could sleep through anything. And my mom, well, it was dark. She didn't drive. She didn't have a car, and we didn't have cell phones. So we really felt like there was no way we would get caught. Except we did. Driven by what I can only describe as maternal radar, my mother literally walked the late night streets of Detroit's east side until she found me. Then she burst through the door like a one-woman SWAT team and snatched not just me, but a few of my friends out of the party. You see, my mother was the neighborhood watch all by herself. Now, if you look at this picture of my mother, she looks adorable, innocent, harmless even. She stands about 4'11". She has long blue hair, and she barely tips the scale at 100 pounds. But don't let that fool you. We were all very afraid of her. Imagine a single mother walking the streets of Detroit, snatching kids out of the jaws of bad decisions, and then delivering them to their parents' front doorsteps. Behind her back, some of the kids would call her the warden. And to me, the name felt fitting, given how her strictness often limited my freedom, making me feel like a prisoner. And I absolutely hated it. And this caused us to fight. And when I say we fought, I mean we fought. Now, I'm not proud of that. I'm just being honest. As I reflect, I realized I was fighting for my freedom, she was fighting for my future, but this caused us to have a very tumultuous relationship. Through our years of fighting, I've learned something. You can win the fight, but lose the relationship. Every fight, every argument was pushing us further apart, and we were losing each other. Now, let's fast forward to 2019. It's midnight, and I'm walking the streets of South Los Angeles, scouring what we call the tracks, in search of women and children who are victims of sex trafficking. In my anti-trafficking work, people have asked me, why do something so dangerous, especially as a single woman? The answer is simple. It's love. A love that's fueled by the deep-seated desire to protect the vulnerable, to protect them, to shield them from evil, harm, and danger. The same love that drove my mother to walk the dark streets of Detroit searching for me now channels through me. Life truly has a sense of humor, doesn't it? One of the survivors of sex trafficking that I work closely with said something that really hit home for me. She said, I wish someone had looked for me. She was missing and trafficked at the age of 14, a baby. And she said no one searched for her, not one. I now realize with my mom, it wasn't about control. It was about love, a protective love that's willing to risk it all for the sake of someone's freedom and their future. Having someone like my mom in my life kept me safe. And there's research that backs this up. Research actually shows when young people have close relationships with a caring adult, it can protect them from engaging in high-risk behaviors, help them perform better in school, and have high self-esteem. Studies also show that when children have strong parent connections, they're less likely to engage in risky sexual behaviors. There's even a study that shows when girls have conversations with their mom about topics like sex, it makes a huge difference. And I'm thankful for my mother. When people look at us on social media, making viral TikTok videos, traveling and having fun, they would never know how broken our relationship was. And I'm here to tell you how we fixed it. Poor communication was a major factor in our strained relationship. Thankfully, in my work as a clinical social worker and as someone who's trained in restorative practices, I've picked up some tools along the way that has helped me and my mom restore our relationship. Today, I'm going to share with you one restorative communication strategy that really helped us. Before we engage in any challenging conversation, we start with conversation agreements. This is where we agree to take accountability for our mistakes. We agree to listen from the heart, speak from the heart, and let go of stories that make it hard to hear one another. We also must agree to respect the talking piece. Does anyone know what the talking piece is? If you don't know what the talking piece is, no worries, I'm going to show you. Have someone here helping me? Thank you so much. This is the talking piece. If you want to do this at home, you can actually use any object. The rules are simple. The person who has the talking piece is the only one who can speak. The other person must listen attentively without interrupting. Once the person who has the talking piece has completed their thoughts, you switch. Today, I actually want to provide a live demonstration of how to use the talking piece in a conversation. I have a special guest who's going to join me on stage to help me. Will you all do me a favor and please extend a warm welcome to the woman who snatched me up and saved my life, my mom. Isn't she adorable? All right. You know how this works, right? So
Yes,
I have the talking piece, so that means that you have to what?
I have to listen.
Okay. All right. All right. So I know that a lot of times you always call our relationship complicated. And I want to just take a moment to acknowledge that I have not always, throughout our years of fighting, been the best daughter. And I have not always appreciated the way that you have loved and protected me. Wow. Even when I didn't want to be protected. You used to say, one day you're going to thank me. And I thought that was cruel because I was like, and I would think to myself, I'm never going to thank her. Why would I thank her for ruining my fun and ruining my life? But they say never. So today, I just want to publicly thank you for loving me through my rebellion, when times were hard, when I didn't love you back.
Don't make me cry. I'm sorry.
I want to thank you for risking your life at times to save mine. And I want to thank you for being my one. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you.
She got me again.